Good day everyone, my name is Justin Amontil and in this video I will be demonstrating the concept of inheritance in object-oriented programming using a campus ID system example. So what is inheritance? Inheritance is a fundamental principle of OOP that allows one class to acquire the properties and behaviors of another class. Instead of rewriting the same code multiple times, we create a base class that contains common attributes and methods, and then child classes can reuse and extend that functionality. This creates what we call an is-a relationship, where the child class is a specialized version of the parent class. Inheritance promotes code reuse, logical hierarchy, and a cleaner program structure. In this example that we will be doing, we will have a base class called person and three child classes named student, faculty, and staff. All of them share common information, but each one also has specific behaviors. So here's the instructions that we will be following. So here's a scenario. CZU wants one base profile system, but each role has extra behaviors. Students enroll, faculty teach, and staff process documents. So here is the requirements that we will be doing. We will create a parent class and three child classes. So first, the parent class, name person, having attributes of name, campus ID, and a method called introduce, which prints the basic info. So here we will proceed to the VS Code. So let's create the class person. Then let's create the constructor self name campus ID. Then initialize the attributes. Self self this this ID. So here we have made a constructor, which means that when we create an object of this class, it automatically runs this part, which initializes these attributes. So then after that, we will be making the introduce function. Introduce self, which it just prints the basic info. So let's say hello, my name is, then let's call the name attribute, and my campus ID is, then let's call the campus ID attribute. So here we have made a parent class name person. So the next, we will create the child classes called student. So this student class has an attribute of program, and it has a function or method called enroll subject, which prints the name enrolled in that subject. So let's put class student person. Then let's make another constructor self name campus ID and program. Now we will be using this super, so I will explain that. Campus ID. So what's the purpose of this super? The reason why we use this super is that when we use this, it tells the compiler to run the first constructor in the parent class, which then initializes these attributes, the name and the campus ID, because in this class we don't need to initialize the name and the campus ID because it is already existing in the parent class. That is why we only need to use the super. But here we will be initializing the program there. Then I will be making the function to enroll. So now we have the first child class. Then next we will be making the faculty, which has an attribute department and a function teach subject. So here we'll be making our second child class, named faculty person subject. So here it prints that the person, the faculty self. Next is we will be doing the staff. So it has an attribute office and a method or a function called process request, then request type. It has a parameter of request type. So let's name this staff person def another constructor self name campus wait campus ID and of a or an, then the request type. Request. So here we have created our parent class and our three child classes. So what's the next instruction? Here we have a mini challenge which is required. Create a list of mixed objects. So the student, faculty, and staff that we made earlier and loop them. Then call introduce for all, then call their specific methods based on type. So we can use the is instance built-in function. So I'll need to make a list. So here I'll be making a list called people. I know. People. And here we will be creating the objects student. Then we will be passing the values. So let's name the student me, Justin, having a campus ID of 241-00714. And then my program is program VSIT. Then we'll make an object for the faculty. Let's say the name for the faculty will be Mr. Kaday. Then I don't know their campus ID, so let's just assume 241-00715. Then the department. Their department will be Department of Information Technology. Now we will be what was the no? Call introduce for all. Oh, I need to loop them and then call introduce for all. Then call their specific methods based on the type. So here I will loop. I will use a for loop for person in people. So I'm just calling the objects in the list called people, which will be then put in the person, in the variable in person. So here I will be calling the introduce function. So here, this is the function in the parent class, and I'm calling it through the object that I've made. So now I will be using the isInstance function, a built-in function, to execute to run the specific functions in each of the child classes. So I will be using a conditional statement that's if isInstance, then person student. So I'll be explaining this later. Um, I will run the person, the function under student class enroll. So I will, what will be, all be I will enrolling in subject. So CSC 104. Then elif isInstance person, then faculty request, and the request type is enrollment. So here we are using a for loop which calls the objects in this list. Then it uses the function in the parent class, which is the introduce, which will run this part here. Then it will go to the conditional statement. So this code block here is that it just means that if the person has the object student, then it will run this. Or if the person is an object faculty, it will run this. So okay, we'll try to run it. Start debugging. So here we can see that it prints the hello. My name is Justin, the value that we have entered, and my campus ID is here 241-00714, and Justin has enrolled in CSC 104. So if we wait, print, so that it will be more cleaner. Here you can see that hello, my name is Justin. My campus ID is Justin enrolled in CSC 104. Hello, my name is Mr. Kaday and my campus ID is 241000715. Mr. Kaday is teaching CSC 104. And hello, my name is Mr. Montel and my campus ID is 241000716. Mr. Montel is processing an enrollment request. So here we can see that the function under the parent class person is used in every function of our child classes. Here we can see that there are this, this, and this is used without repeating the introduce function. So that is an example of the inheritance concept in object-oriented programming. So that is all, and thank you for watching.